Welcome everybody to the Already Please podcast with your host Justin Lopez and
David Pettis.
And David Rodriguez
here to bring you another exciting episode. I don't care what we call this episode podcast.
podcast. What is this, 12 now?
This is I think we're 13. Yeah, we're at 13.
Alright.
13 podcasts.
Entries, man. Entries. We should call these entries.
Entries.
Oh yeah, we went over that a little bit.
That sounds actually cool. Entry sounds
It's
like
it's not really on timely thing. It's whenever we have time to get together.
yeah, and do this.
Yeah.
Kind of like every week. All right.
We'll just say here in the next entry of our podcast or whatever.
All right. Going to our first bit of news, Pacific Rim related news.
Oh, I'm hyped.
The status of Pacific Rim 2 has been in debate ever since pre-production was halted on the sequel over studio squabbles, and Universal removed the film from its 2017 release slate. However, Deadline reports that Legendary Pictures has set Daredevil showrunner Steven DeKnight to take over at the helm in his feature film debut. So he's basically going to be the director for Pacific Rim 2.
His first movie thing.
Yeah.
Instead of just that's a Netflix show, Daredevil.
No, it's Daredevil's Netflix show. I thought you said FX show. Sorry.
No, like
Yeah.
the guy who directed the Netflix, he's not moving.
This is his first movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It's a big movie to handle.
It is.
But if anyone can do it, it'll be someone that's talented as that guy.
For you guys who don't know his career so far, he's worked extensively in television over the decade, producing and directing Angel, Smallville, Dollhouse, and Daredevil, and creating the Star series Spartacus. The plot details for Pacific Rim 2 are scarce for the time being, though Del Toro has said that it will pick up years after the first kaiju has been purged from the world. So I think that's like the last part of the movie. He said the same characters will be in the sequel, including Charlie Day and Charlie Hunnam specifically. So what do you guys? Are you guys excited for
I
this?
think what you meant to say was after the first kaiju. I think that's the first time they encountered the first ever giant monster.
No, it says like after they killed the first kaiju.
Yeah, it took like 3 days or something because they had.
I think it's just the way this report's written.
Yeah,
I think it's just trying to say like after
I'm basing it on what I remember from Steven Shaw.
Yeah.
Wait.
So how do you guys feel about this? And are you guys excited for the director? Are you guys excited for Pacific Rim 2? And how are your thoughts about all of this
It's
together?
really good for the director, and it's a smart move on the company's part to let him direct something bigger since they've seen he just went over his other works.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Very
same
good.
thing. Same thoughts that I have. Very excited for Pacific Rim 2. I'm glad that it's happening.
Obviously, the first
Yeah.
one did really well.
And I like some of that news that it might not even happen is
Nah, it was there. And
a
then
weight off our shoulders.
it fell off, and then went quiet kind of. I was glad to see now.
One thing I'm a little curious about is how come Guillermo del Toro's not coming back for it?
I think he is. I think he's gonna
But
be
just
there
as a producer.
helping,
The thing is because he's always, it's like me and David always say, he's always busy.
He already has other things going on.
Yeah, he has too many things. I honestly think Guillermo del Toro he is a good director. But I think he can be an even better one if he just stop doing all the shit that he's doing. You get me? If you focus on what he really wants to do.
One at a time. Instead of multitasking, it's better to focus on one thing, do your best work on that, and then move on to the next thing. Instead of trying to handle all these different projects.
I think this is really hurting him.
I think he has 6 things going on right now, doesn't he?
He
has a lot of things he wants to work
There's a lot of things. There's the Kojima thing.
I'm pretty sure he's behind the Godzilla versus King Kong thing.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
Is he involved with the Skull Island movie?
I don't know about that.
I think that was Peter Jackson.
No, Peter Jackson was from 2005.
No, that's what I mean. The
I think
King Kong.
he's saying that the Skull remake will have him.
Wait,
What are you talking about?
Skull remake.
Skull, yeah, that's like a prequel to King Kong.
The Peter Jackson?
No,
that's not
the new
related
movie
to
they're
Peter
making
Jackson.
is called Skull Island.
Oh.
It's gonna be a prequel to about King Kong and his gorilla ways.
Oh, because I know that from that is the island he's located on is called Skull Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were making its own movie on that. That's gonna be cool too. I didn't know.
I don't know. I think personally, it's like I like Guillermo del Toro. I really like Pacific Rim. I'm pretty sure you guys liked it too. I thought it was like a
I
really
didn't love it, but I liked it.
yeah. Like I think it was entertaining, like really
It was
entertaining.
more of an entertainment thing rather than
Than a story.
Well, it had pretty good story elements, but it was more like action. Like, oh, look what this one company's CGI studio effects magic can do if you give it the process, if you give it the time to develop what its own world. But I liked it because it wasn't based on anything else. It was kind of original in the way that it was its own thing. It didn't use anything else.
Yeah.
I liked it because it finally brought that concept of giant robots fighting kaijus
Yes.
live action to live action
Yeah.
instead of it just being from the Power
Like,
Rangers.
Japanese stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of made it practical, like to get all the world's resources to see what they can actually do and all that to protect the world from like all this big level danger.
I like
It's gonna be real good. Part two. Yeah.
it's just like Godzilla 2. You just can't wait for it.
Oh man, we gotta go see these.
We have to see
together.
everything. Can't wait. Going on to our next bit of news. For Zombieland 2.
Oh.
Now we have been given, if not exactly updates, then at least positive indicators of an emerging sequel. Slash Film relays the news from the screenwriters of the first film, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. Here is what Reese had to say about the sequel. It's actually still in development at Sony. They've had a couple writers take a crack at it still. We're still executive producers and we're guiding and helping where we can. I think there's still very much talk about, but I think it has to be right. I think all the actors and original director and all the cast all feel like there's no reason to do it again. If we're not getting it exactly right. So how do you guys feel about a Zombieland 2 being made? And you guys are tired of zombie movies at this point?
No, I mean, there's no way you can be tired of zombie movies, but
I kind of am because it's a whole subculture now. But
yeah, I mean,
like you know what I'm getting.
it's
at,
kind
right?
of always the
Yeah.
same thing. It's kind of getting a
But-
little fatigued, you know.
There you go.
But
I think I'll keep going.
and to be honest, well, I'm not really excited for a Zombieland 2, but if they can pull it off, well, kudos to them, right?
Yeah, wasn't that one of Jesse Eisenberg's like first ever action movies also?
Was it?
Because Jesse Eisenberg, he's Columbus, I think.
Yeah.
And then you got Woody Harrelson as the older guy.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone and the sister. And it was basically just them trying to get together to go home or to make like the little girl feel like a little girl again. We go to that theme park. This
Yeah.
is that Zombieland, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say that this movie ended on a happy ending, you know, but
Yeah, it was good.
I mean,
I like.
there's still room to tell more story into that world.
That was a horrible mistake to put this in there.
Jesus, man.
I thought it'd be less quiet. Leave me alone. I personally think that Zombieland. I like the first one. I really did.
Yeah,
I thought it was a cool take on the whole zombie thing. It was like more of a comedy and stuff. Because usually when we think of zombies, we don't
They're
really think
usually
of.
more dramatic.
Yeah, they're like, oh
Bloody.
my god, there's zombies everywhere. And then there's a room like all the zombies come in. I like that. Like it was the same thing, but it had humor to it, which kind of lightened the mood. But like it's so
It was still pretty like violent.
yeah, it knew when to be serious and knew when to be funny. Like when they killed Bill Murray, I was fucking laughing when they killed him. Like
It was pretty dumb way also, but yeah. It also showed. I don't think any other movie has done this where they're already into the apocalypse. They went into this Indian place where they let out all their frustrations, their anger, like just to blow off some steam. They like destroy and trash the whole place, and they had like the comedic effect. They had like they're working together, just basically hanging around doing friend things.
yeah,
So that was real nice how they pulled that off. Yeah. My phone. Didn't worry about it.
only Snikes.
What's next?
What you got there?
We're going through things super quick.
Oh,
It's a good thing I have more though, so we're good. Okay, going on to our next piece of news involving Cloverfield 3, even though the second one hasn't even came out yet.
I'm pretty excited for the second one. Mostly because I really liked the first one, but a lot of people didn't like it. But I was one of the few that didn't get like motion sickness. I guess I'm weird like that.
Do people
But
complain about
like
motion sickness?
because the camera was moving a lot.
that's one thing that people complain about in found footage films, where the camera.
They're just
moves
like,
too much,
whoa.
yeah. But I mean, I didn't mind it because it felt natural.
Yeah.
It felt like a natural disaster. movie.
Yeah. To be honest, I did.
Because it was like a natural disaster movie, but also just like throwing a big scare monster in there because that'll add to like the fear factor. Anything can happen. Like, oh, how do we get out of this?
The movie was basically just a thriller. I don't know if you guys would agree with me. Like, it was just more like, we
Like,
gotta get out of
no,
this. Yeah, like, it was just like, we gotta get out of here before the monster kills us, even though the monster was hunting them specifically. But,
yeah,
like,
it was doing something
something.
while the military also doing something. It's from the point of view of a group of citizens, which is different because unlike Godzilla, it's from the point of view of like also the government. You have the Chinese guy, you have the fleet admiral, and you have the scientist.
yeah, but it's mostly about Godzilla
And-
kicking ass.
Yeah, it's also about the monster, but this one is different as it was just a normal everyday citizen going through his own drama of moving away for a job. But we're okay. So this is
a
part
T.
3.
This is J.J. Abrams has. I was about to call him James Abrams.
Does anyone know what JJ stands for? I just know JJ Abrams.
To be honest, no.
No, I don't think no one really cares.
It could be James, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So he was teasing it. Speaking with EW, Abrams declined to elaborate on 10 Cloverfield Lane's relationship to Cloverfield, but he did reveal that the idea for a third film that they'd like to see happen if 10 Cloverfield Lane is a success. I think categorizing them would be presumptuous because we're talking about this movie and comparing it to Cloverfield, but I would be lying if I didn't say there was something else that, if weren't lucky enough to do it, could be really cool that connects some stories. So how do you guys? Well, we just talked about it right now.
That'd be cool.
Okay, so I think
Okay.
this kind of
Yeah. First of all,
furthers the rumors that this isn't exactly part of the first Cloverfield movie.
But
It's
it's
just gonna be sort of
related.
I was
integrated,
I was gonna
or
s-
maybe it's part of like the same kind of.
I was
It's
gonna
probably,
say
Cloverfield's probably gonna be a franchise that they want to make.
yeah, that'd be real interesting. I'm gonna say first we should separate the two because it is the first one is more like found footage. The second one is more
Actual.
cinematography, like
Yeah.
an actual movie. You have the set, you have the people. It's not really shaky cam the whole time. It's about this girl who gets in the car crash and that the big guy rescues them and tells them that, oh, I've been preparing. It's the end of days out there. You don't want to go outside. And it's like a whole thing where he's trying to protect them. And in the trailer, when she does get out, you see like the flashy light over the house, and you can hear the monster. So what I'm guessing is that while this monster's in New York, these guys are out somewhere, and like let's say what's New York, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like you could still hear it on the news. You could see it like visibly something going on over there, and that's why I'm guessing this guy. I can't think of John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Yeah. That's why he's been preparing for this, like in his underground bunker. So right away, this isn't the shaky cam. This is its own story. It's like set in the same universe, kind of like how Ant-Man was with Avengers. He's like, first of all, let's call the Avengers and see what they can do about this. And then that's why he's like, oh no, fuck the Avengers. We need to do this as Ant-Man. It's like that in the way that Cloverfield is happening together. So, and then if it does good, which I think it will do really good, I'd be excited to see this third one, how they all fit together, because how you said they're going to throw back to the first one.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
When I think this, because the first movie it's an invasion movie.
Yeah.
I think this new one is possibly, if it is connected to the first one, it's possibly gonna be the invasion, but through a different perspective.
Like
Thanks
for people who already
I can see that happening.
like are hiding from it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like they already.
The full-on invasion
Has already
is
begun.
happening now. Like it's in phase.
1, 2, whatever.
The first one was phase one. Since
When the first Cloverfield came out, I saw a YouTube video saying that it was an invasion. Like in the ending scene, they're in a carnival. He pans over to like the ocean, and in the side you
Yeah.
can see like something splashing in the water, and it was like a big splash. And then the movie ended there, like with them smiling, like, okay, this is us signing off from the carnival, goodbye, and like it ended. Like I was like, oh, that's a weird ending. But then like I saw the YouTube video, like there's this thing in the water, like is that the monster or is that something else happening that leads up to the monster? And it has like it cuts around because it's like a found footage, but it's interesting to see if it is the beginning phases of the first invasion. Like maybe they're testing, like, okay, this is a good planet, bring in the big monster now. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Probably the monster is phase one, the full on invasion that's happening that I think is happening in Cloverfield. In 10 Cloverfield Lane is probably the phase two of the invasion.
Yeah.
Probably phase three is gonna be the human race is wiped out.
I feel like personally for me, I feel like it would be like Cloverfield is like having its like I don't know, it's like having its own monster fights. Like maybe I have a feeling like the first one, the first monster is like its own thing, and in the second one you see out like the big lights, and maybe that's another monster. And I have a feeling maybe in the third one, like you actually see.
That was a thing in the video I saw that there's multiple monsters. Like when the bridge kills that guy's brother, there's like a different shape of a smaller monster on the actual bridge, which is like, and then the big monster is looking for the little one, which is like a mother son type thing, and then it like has these giant crickets fall off to like go search in different places, but they see the military, they're like defending themselves, so they go after the army people and kill them, like the dog size thing.
Yeah.
So there's a whole theory that there's 3 different monsters in the whole first movie, because like one of them doesn't even have these circular things on its head, or it's something weird like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I used to think when I first saw the movie. I used to think that the monster at the bridge, I used to think that it was a tentacle, like a large tentacle that broke it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
That too.
when I see the movie, I don't actually see a tentacle, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
It was like more massive.
I do
yeah.
kind of believe. I could buy into that. There's multiple monsters.
Yeah.
I could it'd make it even more interesting. Cause
And then, that could probably be hints to the third one, which is like,
Bryan
fuck
Cranston.
it, let's send every kind of thing we have and see what will happen, and let's see how these human things react.
Then you fight the monsters with Bryan Cranston and giant robots to defeat the world.
And
Bryan
then-
Save the world.
Bryan Cranston riding on Godzilla. Combating him with
Attack! Oh, that'd be cool. Actually,
Oh,
I
man.
want to see Godzilla eat a Cloverfield monster. Like,
and
if
they
that makes
could
sense.
have fight against.
I want to see Godzilla just fucking destroy a Cloverfield monster. You're just like, and you're just clapping just because like it's just amazing thing. It's like in Godzilla when he kills the mom, well the female Muto, and you think he's gonna do that fucking King Kong thing like rip her jaw open, but no, he takes an extra level and
Went
breathes.
better.
Yeah, he breathes fire into her.
You gotta give credit to the special effects teams that
Yes,
do it, 'cause
dude.
They need to come up with all the action scenes, then they need to animate
Like,
it.
yeah.
They need to put shading in there. They need to render everything properly. They need to do lighting.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, dude.
That being said, though,
I think that'd be like a good movie career, but it'd also be
Really
really fucked and difficult because
Yeah.
you have to be in like a creative process, like
And if you
basically
fuck
10
up,
hours of
you
thing.
kind of fuck up. You get me? Like
Yeah,
if you do
but-
really bad CG,
Then they'll get on you for it.
yeah,
But that's why I guess like a team of good animators in there
I can see that.
is good too.
Okay, next bit of news. Going to the Iron Fist. Iron Fist, a Marvel show that at one point seemed to be slowly moving to jeopardy, it actually isn't. According to EW, Finn Jones, who previously played Sir Lars Tyrell from Game of Thrones, has been cast to play Danny Rad. Marshall
That's a cool name.
Danny Rad. Well, Danny's like his nickname.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, no, it's not like together Danny Rad. That sounds like it's too crazy. So, if you don't know who Iron Fist is, he's a martial.
Is that movie with RZA, the man with the iron fist?
No. It's a martial arts practicer who goes on a hunt to wield the mystic force known as the Iron Fist, which allows him to summon and focus his chi into his hands. So like whenever he punches, it's like One Punch Man.
I was about to say that. It's kind of like One Punch Man.
It's like what? It's like One Punch Man got it from Iron Fist.
No, Iron Fist got it from
Iron Fist has been longer. Whatever. So as they previously stated, Scott Buck will serve as the showrunner on the series. He's
series TV show.
It's gonna be on Netflix. It's gonna be like a Marvel TV show.
Nice. It's like a superhero type.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Buck previously ran the final seasons of Dexter, so you know he can do good because everyone kind of really liked the last season of Dexter.
Do either of you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Nah, I don't have HBO.
Do either of you guys watch Dexter?
Yeah, I watched Dexter.
I watched Dexter.
I also do not see Game of Thrones. My brother did when he did some online thing on the laptop because he had free time. Well, Dexter, I heard about it, but I also never got that into it.
Game of Thrones, dude, it's kind of crazy. I remember back in,
The only thing I know from
high school, it got really popular during high school. Like, people would just be like, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones,
That's
Game of
like
Thrones.
Just 1 year ago from, for us.
No, but I mean, like, when we were
college right now.
Like sophomores, when we were sophomores in high
that's
school.
like 3 years.
Yeah, dude, like people were talking about it, like it was the greatest show ever, and I'd be like, I've never heard of this show.
The only thing I know from that is the South Park stuff, and also.
Oh yeah, South Park.
And also the thing is like, dragons are coming, but they
Wiener.
never actually come, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're still waiting for winter, or like winter is coming, and that's the only Game of Thrones things I know.
Yeah, that's the only meme anybody knows from Game of Thrones. Winter is coming.
Is it also where is the guy going like, one does not simply.
No,
that's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
David, get out of here.
I
Saying.
don't know anything about this.
Okay. So.
But what I do know is very limited, but like I'll go off on it, whatever.
Yeah. So although it would be nice to cast an Asian American, this is what bucks it, for the role of Iron Fist, but instead of casting the whitest dude imaginable, it'd be shocked if Jones didn't have Wonder tattooed on his side. So basically, people were kind of complaining, hey, why isn't he Asian? Well, Asian American or Asian in any form. But he believes that it doesn't really need to be Asian in any way. What are you doing?
No. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He doesn't need to be Asian in any way. He just really needs to bring the chops,
to work.
the acting chops to fucking do what he's got to do.
Well, what do you guys think about the Oscars going on? The whole controversy that everyone's white.
I think it's just
I think
they have a point.
like
my opinion.
the thing I can think of right now would probably be Straight Outta Compton because that was a really good movie.
That was a good movie.
And when it had what's his face, Paul Giamatti, I think, as the one white producer.
That's actually, I think they got an Oscar, but just for Paul Giamatti.
Jesus Christ.
No, they
Oh, they haven't?
They
Okay.
haven't gotten anything. They weren't nominated for any Oscars.
Yeah, that's why. But
Well, actually, I think
Straight Outta Compton was really good.
they
in
were nominated
2015.
for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Oh, there you go.
For the Oscars?
Yeah. Or one of those. Best Adapted Screenplay or Best Original Screenplay.
Or
One of
like
those two.
nominated.
Yeah, they were
What
nominated.
I know is I still need to watch Revenant, and
Good movie.
I'll probably see it this weekend, or maybe today or tomorrow after I get my haircut. So my hair's crazy right now. Yeah, you get a haircut, and then I need to go see Revenant, and then on Sunday
David's
I
lifestyle.
want to be able to see the Oscars. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good weekend. I'm trying to be good. The Oscars is gonna be a highlight. Are you guys gonna watch the Oscars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I plan to, yeah.
Cool.
They're cool. They're good. The Oscars are great.
Well, what do we know about the Oscars? I know there's gonna be a spotlight, which
Yeah, Chris-
had to do with the church.
So I have Chris Rock hosting that shit.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that guy in anything since Grown Ups 2. No, he was in that his own solo flick, right? He was like a
Top 5?
yeah.
That was. I think that was like one of the. Did you David say that was an indie film?
Yeah, it was an
Yeah.
indie film.
I also.
Kind of. Well, I don't know.
I also heard this might be. I think it's Chris Tucker. I've been wondering when are they gonna, if they have plans to make Rush Hour 4.
They're not gonna make a
No,
Rush
no,
Hour.
I think
no.
they made a TV
They're
show.
doing a TV show about it where they're like younger. It's like they're younger forms of themselves,
Oh.
but it's Rush Hour. And that looks really good. It's
Actually.
like on the CW channel. Which, I don't know, I think that might be 6.
I was like, they're not gonna make a Rush Hour 4. You kidding me? Jackie Chan's hurt himself more times in that fucking movie series franchise. You can believe he got like, I don't know if you ever seen the bloopers, dude. And almost every blooper of Rush Hour, Jackie Chan's fucking getting hurt. Like he's always getting hurt. Like there was one scene where he kicks in a table, a glass table, and he flips it, and like the thing just hits him right in the throat.
Right in the face, nose area.
Yeah, it just hits him right up in like where upper throat area, and he's just like, that's all you hear.
They stop there.
They stop and
They
they just
stop
go.
everything. You see like 3 people coming out. Like, oh shit, you okay?
Dude, they don't even help him out. They just go, "Are you okay?" He's like he's just breathing, and it's just like, what the fuck? And there's another scene where he got his head stuck between bars.
Oh, he's like in Las Vegas or something.
Yeah, he's like trying to go.
He's like sliding through the bars.
Yeah.
And it was comedic, but he's like.
Yeah,
It's like a fish outside the water just flopping in the bar, looking really funny.
And there was one time where he almost got hit by a knife and shit. Like, it's crazy, dude.
It's in the same table.
Yeah.
See? This is not in one location.
Yeah, dude. And all in one location, he's getting hurt.
Like, he's fighting this martial arts lady who throws knives and stuff, and she literally throws the knife, like, it slips out of her and almost hits his finger. He's in the doorway, like, oh!
I think I saw that too.
Like,
Yeah.
he's like, it's cool that he does his own stunts, but Jesus Christ, Jackie Chan, you need to take a break from that shit. Like,
He's also getting, like, kind of old now,
he is.
which is sad because he's such a good action star.
Like Bruce Lee, but he died.
Oh,
That's the
well,
difference between Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee.
Did he get shot or something?
Bruce Lee?
Yeah,
How did he-
with like an actual loaded gun.
No,
That was his. That was his
That's
son.
his son.
Yeah, that was his son. His son. I thought that was fucking sad when I heard that shit. He was, some guy shot him, like with a fake gun, but it had a real bullet. I was like, dude, that's a horrible career ending. Like seriously, not, you didn't go out because you did drugs. You didn't get anything like Paul Walker. No, you were acting, and a guy pulled out a fake gun on you for a scene, and a bullet shot you. That's just like, it's fucking sad, dude.
Yeah. It's a crazy career in acting.
Crazy career for the Lee
Yeah.
family, honestly.
Yeah. How did Bruce Lee go?
I don't remember. I think he had a like something physical. I don't think it was anything like,
Something.
yeah, it was like something in his body, heart attack or cancer. I don't remember. Don't kill me, people.
Aren't there conspiracies about his death?
Yeah, people think
I know
that.
that-
I'm pretty
conspiracies
sure.
about
I'm
stuff.
pretty sure. If you mention anything about anything, someone has a conspiracy.
Like,
about
man, that's on. Like they say the stupidest things ever.
it, but sometimes they're like really funny.
Yeah. All right. Going on to our next piece of news involving The Mist by Stephen King.
Stephen King wrote that?
yeah.
I saw the movie. I really like the movie.
Okay, so not long after CBS announced that they'd be canceling Under the Dome after its third season, Dimension Television made headlines with the news that they were developing another of master horror author Stephen King's stories, The Mist. It looks like the TV series is now one step closer to being a reality since Spike has just ordered a pilot episode from the atmospheric creature-filled story, and it comes with King's blessing. So this show is basically going to be, it will use both stories from the book and from the 2007 movie, and it's just gonna be a combination of the two. And the basic plot is that
As like a TV series.
yeah, so it's basically the seemingly harmless mist that pervades a small town after a fierce storm actually masks horrors within its glooms and terrifies the townspeople into having their own personal demons and each other. So how do you guys feel about them making a Mist TV show? Do you think we need one, or do you think you're just happy with the movie that came out?
That's gonna be interesting.
I mean,
I'm interested to see in the way if they'll go like The Walking Dead,
Yeah,
or they'll have to travel a lot in their own hometown, or maybe they'll try to hunker down. And
Yeah, show
wait
you,
for
like,
this stuff.
show you how.
I think it was best as a movie.
because it was like yeah, because I feel like personally,
Like the
you
movie,
can't exceed.
the movie is more your imagination, and with like what literally the word able to show us in way of creatures, which was also on its own really good. Like you got a big praying mantis looking thing. You got a giant towering monster looking thing. You got these
Little
big ass
spiders.
bees looking thing. You got spiders that
Fucking
that
octopus.
spray your face and neck off. You got octopus. You got
A lot of shit.
a lot of crazy looking things, and that'd be a real good TV show, I think. But I really hope we get to see like not all like more variety,
Yeah.
but also like some good drama thriller moments.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But the thing with the TV show is you gotta be able to make story last.
Yeah, that's all I
The
was
whole
about to say.
season, like 10,
Maybe
12
if
episodes.
they want it to be a successful TV series, they gotta make it last for more than one season.
And it's gonna be pretty hard because how you gonna explain? Because like in the movie, it kind of sums it up. Don't go outside in the mist or you'll get fucked. Like that was basically the whole plot of the, like in my opinion, of the first one. These guys went outside and they got killed, and whatever survivors left also died.
I mean, we haven't even. Well, I'm pretty sure none of us
I've read the
here
book.
have read the book.
I don't know.
So I don't know what.
The book has,
Yeah.
because it could be completely different.
Yeah. What kind of stuff the book has that could be expanded upon in a TV series?
The only thing from that, which I think might be related to the book, is there's like one or two Marines or like higher ups in the army at the grocery store, and he says they're working on like an interdimensional portal on top of a mountain, and then the mountain opened up and it just started letting in this random white mist, and they're like studying it, and then these creatures start coming into the mist. They tear up the shit of the top mountain base, and then from there the mist spread into the town, which led the creatures to also come
So
into
does
the
that
portal.
mean that the creatures cannot get out of the mist then?
No, I don't know.
Like, do you think
Yeah,
that
I'm pretty sure.
they're
that's
just
the same reason.
contained within
Yeah.
the mist?
What happened basically is they got the group of 3 Marines,
And they interrogated. I remember
they
that.
interrogate him, and they get the big butcher guy to like cut him up to force them to talk. But by that, like delusional, he lost blood, and then from there they like carried him out. Like
And
that was super dramatic. Like I thought that was tasteful.
I
That was
thought,
real good drama. And then they like threw him out there. And then you can barely see, like, you can see he has his handprint on the glass. You see him, like, get violently pulled away from the glass. You just hear him scream, and then it goes quiet. Like, damn, that was your only source of information of what this
it was
was.
because of that old preacher lady.
Yeah.
The preacher lady was
Fuck
that.
her.
Yeah, I was like,
I
damn, you
hated
preacher
her.
lady, shut the fuck up. Will you just get shot? And she did get shot, didn't she?
No.
No, she didn't. Oh, dude, if I was in the mist, I'd just fucking put a cap in her ass. Jesus Christ, dude. She was so annoying. She was accusing the kid. She wanted, she was like,
She abused the Bible.
I think the best part of that movie was how separated the people are inside
Yes,
the supermarket.
dude.
Yeah, they were already fighting each other.
Yeah.
within
Just
like a couple
kinda
hours,
live.
just in there, like, what are we gonna do?
But I think they lived only one night, if not, no.
No,
It was like
made
a
it-
weekend. It was like a weekend.
They
Or
made
like
it a
3 or 4
weekend.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made it a weekend because after
And then they went next door to a pharmacy, and that's where we saw the crazy spider.
yeah, because it was like right when the bee wasp came in, like broke in, that the guys were like, okay, shit, we gotta get out of here. We're not gonna survive.
Even that scene, I was like, what's that thing in the glass? And it was just like a little fly, but it was just super far away because
Yeah.
they had been attracted to the light, and it came closer and closer. Boom! It's like a giant
Yeah.
2-foot something, and that was like, oh, what the fuck? And then like more and more start coming through the glass, and then like slowly trying to turn off the light, but they just keep coming.
Dude,
And like they broke the glass, they're flying through. They're all like blood sucking people. Everyone's running around, freaking out.
the girl, dude, that girl, I don't know if you remember, she
Yeah.
gets stung and she just like fucking, she just,
imploded.
yeah.
She like got swollen the hell for.
She was just like, I was
She
like,
got
what
super
the
swollen,
fuck?
like they don't even know. What
Does
to
that
do.
even, was it because of the bees or was it because
No,
she was
it was-
allergic to bees?
no, it was
She got stung by those.
Okay.
She got stung in the neck, and everyone was freaked out. Like it was, they were able to kill all the other ones,
But
and there was just this one left on her, and no one knew what to do, so it stung her, and it like slowly,
It
as she
died.
was falling, she crawled down her leg, and then the bee just like flew away like nothing. And then all the people just look around her,
and she fucking
and she's like dying and shit. Like just the thing keeps growing and like
Doesn't it?
enveloping her neck and chest area.
Doesn't it kill her?
Yeah, it
does.
does.
It kill her, right?
That's what I mean. Like
it
it stung her once, but the thing is just growing on her, and she's slowly dying
I
away.
think the preacher lady, dude. I didn't get back to that. That fucking preacher lady, when she was just like, we need to sacrifice someone because of God, and she was like, let's get that little kid out of everyone in this whole fucking store. Let's just get that one kid. I was like, you fucking kidding me? There's like older guys, and you want to kill a little kid. I was just like, that's so stupid.
I think that's around the time when they interrogate the guy, and then they end up sacrificing the guy.
I thought that was fucking stupid. And then like, what really made me sad, well, the plot twist at the end was finding out
that was so dramatic too.
with
Oh my
the
god,
noises.
that showed more things like more possible of different monsters. Like that's around the time where you see the giant tower thing.
Yeah.
That's so tight.
That was fucking.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Like like they were driving, and all you see is that thing just moving. Like it had
I
tentacles.
sometimes forget how horrifying that movie is.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie again.
We need. I'm telling you guys, we need to go back and have a movie
Movie
night
night.
with the three and Raul. Jesus.
Raul is never here again.
Yeah. Raul.
It's because we're in different universities for the audience at home.
Audience at home.
I mean the listeners on YouTube, whatever.
The peeps at home.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty
Excited for it?
excited for this.
I'm excited for it too.
What-
But I still have the same
Is it
words.
like confirmed anyway?
Yeah, it's
or what?
confirmed. Spike has asked for a pilot episode.
Spike TV.
Spike TV.
Oh, that's right. I think that was like no, I think I saw it on TNT or maybe Sci-Fi, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was a really good movie in my opinion.
All right. Next bit of news. Deadpool related. Deadpool has passed 2 million in domestic gross on Saturday. It's ninth day in theaters. It has been I think in total it made like 235.4 million, which surpassed Days of Future Past actually. I found out.
Really?
Yeah, it passed it by like 1 million. Days of Future Past at 234 million. This one just had 235. So it beat it just like by that 1 million, that extra 1 million. So it is the number one X-Men movie.
Yeah, I read that on the Twitter feed.
It's the
that
number one X-Men movie domestically. It's the number one R-rated movie. It's the number one movie in February. It's broken shitloads of records. And we just have to give, how do you guys thoughts?
Just give a round of applause.
Yeah, just give a round of applause for Deadpool.
Woo! That was really good.
How do you guys feel about Deadpool's, it's still growing, not as much as it did, like, the opening weekend. It's still making money. But, like, how do you guys feel about
I
this?
was reading off of Twitter, like all these 10 facts you should know before you see the movie. Maybe they might make a thing in the second Deadpool movie because it was already greenlit that it's his own squad of people now, which is like Death Squad or something. Which is basically X-Men, except they get the job done in like a more adult and bloody way, straightforward, instead of like the superhero comic book type of way.
Yeah.
So like maybe that might be the focus of the second movie, but I'm not so sure about that because I don't know, I wasn't into the comics. I just saw one video.
I don't know. The second movie, I don't know what's gonna be, but I just know whatever they're gonna put, it's gonna be just as great as this movie. Like it honestly was a good movie.
I'm happy with this movie. I mean,
yeah.
3 years ago, I didn't expect for a Deadpool movie to be
this popular.
record breaking, man.
Yeah.
I thought a Deadpool, like, I was always excited for a Deadpool movie, but I didn't think
It'd be this record breaking.
it'd be great.
Yes.
I just as big as it got.
Yeah.
And it's still getting bigger. It just keep going.
And the fans and the bandwagons with their Deadpool
Oh
shirts
my
and the Deadpool hats. I see a lot of people in my classes wear Deadpool shirts and Deadpool hats because of Deadpool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was just because they had them already or like in their closets,
Yeah,
or they went to their to the local stores and were like, buy this hat with Deadpool on it. But a lot of people have been wearing Deadpool. It doesn't matter if they're bandwagons or not. They're enjoying the Merc with the Mouth as much as we are. And I think that's what's just great about this
It's
movie.
really good. What was at the ending? He was like doing his Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, he was doing a Ferris Bueller.
He said something that they confirmed this
Cable.
extra guy.
Yeah,
Cable. Who's that?
He's like a buddy of Deadpool's, where he's basically the son of Cyclops from X-Men. The guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's the son of Cyclops.
Laser eyes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he has a robotic eye, robot arm. He time travels, and they go on crazy adventures. And in the comics, they go on crazy adventures. So we don't know if they're
He's
doing the
always
same
been
thing.
more of a serious character.
Yeah, it's kind of like
when they introduced him with Deadpool.
he got goofy.
Well, he didn't get goofy,
Well,
but their stories got
Goofy.
Oh.
It's
So
like,
like he had his own comic company?
yeah, they had, like,
Oh, but then they went together.
He's part of the X Force.
yeah.
Oh, that's the thing, X-Force. Okay.
They're basically, it's like a dynamic, kind of like Colossus and
The chick.
Deadpool.
Oh.
How Colossus was like, oh yes, we got to do the good job, like being a true superhero. Deadpool like, fuck you, I'm gonna shank a guy. Like it's gonna be like that with Cable, except Cable's gonna be a little bit more serious than Colossus.
And he's more violent too.
Yeah.
They're more violent.
So the title weekend. So for the weekends, like all the movies coming out, Deadpool has a total of 235.4 million. Kung Fu Panda 3 has a total of 117 million.
Oh, it came out already?
Yeah.
We should go see that one. I know it's a kids movie, but
I watched it.
I want. You already did?
It's really good.
It's good.
It's got about chi and stuff. I don't know. It doesn't. Risen, which is that new Jesus religious movie.
Oh, that's supposed to be like
Yeah,
also
I want to see
dramatic.
Yeah.
Like them actually looking for Jesus in the 3 missing days or something.
Yeah.
Is from a point of view of one of the soldiers, I think.
It's 11.8 million. The Witch. I heard that's a good movie. We should definitely check
I
it
saw
out.
a trailer. They have like a black goat walking on its back legs. I'm like, how did they do that? I'm excited to see how that. And then from there, the whole movie is scary.
Kind of sad. It only made 8.6 million. How to Be Single made 31.7 million. Race made 7.2 million. Zoolander 2 made 23.7 million. Star Wars The Force Awakens made 921.6 million.
Right.
The Revenant 165.1 million. And Hell Caesar 26.1 million. So that's all our movie news right now. That's basically it. That's all of it. That's kind of crazy though. Like,
I really want to see Revenant now.
all right, we're coming to the end of the podcast already. This quickly. I'm actually very surprised.
Oh, not really. We had like a time limit. Our time's about to be up. Did you say 4:30 or something?
Yeah, but we got like 40 minutes of
Oh,
yeah.
shit,
So
really?
I
Oh.
was actually very surprised. I thought we would have like 30 or 20.
Oh, we did talk about Mist a lot.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
It's a good thing to talk about.
Unless you guys want to go back to Cloverfield. We could talk about like Mist monsters versus Cloverfield. That'd be interesting though.
So upcoming movies and upcoming games like we always do. Upcoming movies coming out this Friday. Well, they already came out this Friday today. Gods of Egypt, 999,
Oh, Triple Nine.
Eddie the Eagle, The Last Man on the Moon, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Swords of Destiny. You gotta say it like that because then it sounds
I
fucking
saw
ridiculous.
on Twitter, Aaron Paul off of Triple Nine. He did like a scavenger hunt. I saw a couple of his tweets. Like I was there after he mentioned scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
And he was just like, okay, 6th Street under this bench. Be there. Look under the basket. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then it's like, at the bank, you gotta tickle this one guy, and then he'll give you a ticket. I'm like, what are you doing? So I go into Twitter, and they say he's doing like scavenger hunt, giving away tickets. And he had like 5 locations around Boise, Idaho, and it was really cool of him to do that, like to promote the 999 movie.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing that's also gonna be part of the movie where they're looking for them, and there'll probably be like certain locations. Yeah, 999 looks good.
All right. This is gonna be the heavy hitter because there's a lot of things left to say. Okay, upcoming games. I have a lot more than I thought I would. For March 1st, we have Deponia on Doomsday, Far Cry Primal, Heavy Rain, Ironcast.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah, Heavy Rain. McDroid, Mortal Kombat XL, Return to Pololocrosis, A Story of Seasons, Fairy Tales. I don't know why. The Screen Cheat, Square Heroes, Torloon, The Witch and the 100th Night Revival Edition. On March 2nd, we have Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma. Why do they make these words so big? Phantasma Extended, Crazy Pixels, Streaker, Gun Escape. March 3rd, Black Desert Online, Blue Rider, ET Armies. That's actually pretty funny. I'm picturing ETs like running around with their fingers. March 4th, Into the Stars, Ironcast, The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess HD, Path of Exile, Ascendancy, and Ultimate Chicken Horse. I don't know why.
Isn't the Division
Division doesn't come out
That's until
till
next
next week. We'll talk about that later.
It's beta. We'll never fit with you guys though.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you still had fun though.
I still had somewhat fun.
Make it sound like you had no fun.
Oh, I kept dying to which is level 8.
Oh, you were in
And
the
I
dark
was like
zone.
level 3, level 4, level 5. Because I found a secondary door. I'm like, oh, it's this door. Like higher level up. So I'm like, fuck me. They just kept killing me.
All right. We have one bit of news. It's only for you Xbox fans out there. If you like Halo 5 Guardians as much as I do, you'd be happy to know that 343 Industries has posted up a picture of their game plan for the next month. As you know, they put monthly updates every day to improve the game and keep you guys busy playing Halo. Let's see, February,
that
January.
picture?
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, February, January, December. Okay, so November we had Battle of Shadow and Light. December, Cartographer's Gift. January, Infinity's Armory, and this month we had Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe, we had Hammerstorm. Well, for you guys, if you guys are excited for this, on March we will have Ghost of Meridian. April, Memories of Reach. May, I'm assuming Hog Wild, and the announcement of Warzone Firefight. So for you guys who liked Firefight back in Halo Reach, you guys are going to be even more happy to find out that they're bringing Firefight in Warzone, and I can only imagine the big skill battles they'll have for that. That's about all the news we have. Yeah, that's about it. All right, so we're going to end this podcast right here with your host, Justin Lopez, and
David Pettis. And David Rodriguez.
we will see you guys next time.